Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. In today's show, Rocket Monday, we're going to talk about what the heck happened to Virgin Galactic. So it's an update on them. So let's dive right into it. Now, what exactly is it? It was a dream from Richard Branson that established in 2004 is that to make space flight a reality for normal people. Normal as in like very rich normal people. But that was the idea. So rather than being only government-based astronauts, people can do it. Now this was boosted, but the whole dream was boosted by Spaceship One, basically this puppy. The fact that it became actually in real life the first privately funded human space flight. So it was some serious achievement. So technology was proven. It's like, yeah, it is a technology that does work, we can actually do it. So the company was founded in 2004, and the idea is that Richard Branson has a lot of money, of course, and he has a charm, so people will actually flock to that. And he had a dream, so it actually started to go on, and actually people started to put some serious effort into making this into a reality. And at this point in time, they have around 800 plus employees, so it's not a tiny company. I mean, be mindful, most of the people working there are aeronautical engineers, so it's some big money we are talking about. So that was the dream. Now that dream came true in Unity 22 mission, and it took lot of delay. Their original launch was supposed to happen in 2012. I remember, like, back in the school days, that's how early this was. So like, they were announcing in 2012 we're gonna have this and all that. And they also had one fatal accident which almost grounded the whole project, because you have to understand, like, he has same millionaire brain damage that every millionaire claims is like things that have not been made, it will be safe. It's like Elon Musk saying Hyperloop would be safe. Dude, nobody has used it. How can you know it would be safe? Physics does not allow you to claim something like that. Like, planes are safe today because we had to go through a lot of accident. Same with trains, same with bus. And somehow we are making new thing, it will be safe. Same Richard Branson, this will be safer than commercial air flight. It's like, no. Until you actually do it, until you have hundreds and thousands of hours of actual flight data, only then you can claim it's safe. And he's like, it's safe. But again, it did came to bite back in the ass. Is like the one fatal accident. Again, it was human cost issue, but there's the deal. How the heck your system was so flawedly designed that a human can mess it up? So it was like almost grounded the whole system, but they again pushed through, severe through. And in 12 July 2021, as in like a year ago, it actually went to space. And meaning there were people, not just pilot, doing like actual mission happened. Again, not paid crew, but like actual people went there. And they also went up before Blue Origin. And this is a very critical aspect. When he started in 2004, and at that time people knew that this is the only thing that's actually even trying. But Blue Origin slowly started to creep out of the shadows, and they are like, we are also working on it, we also have a rocket, and we have bigger dreams, and we are actually working on it. And they started to reach, after every launch, they started to reach closer to actual real life human launch. So there was like a race aspect to it, like, would Blue Origin go first or Virgin Galactic? So Virgin Galactic actually beat them. That was an amazing aspect, given the fact Jeff Bezos has much more money, much more oomph behind it, and actually making a full-fledged rocket rather than having a normal plane strapped to a hybrid rocket system, complete system. So it was a kind of amazing shock to the world that it was a dream that everybody dreamed long ago, but it's now becoming a reality. So a lot of money was poured into the system, like a lot of money, and it was a boost for whole ecosystem, and it became real. Till this point, now, yes, it's here, it's real. People are actually floating in 0G, so that has achieved, and they also landed safely, no issue. However, this is where the good news ended. That's why you have never heard about it after that. Because right after that happened, a minor glitch happened that FAA kind of grounded them all, simply because FAA was like, dude, we tracked your data and you are off from the corridor that you're supposed to be in. And given the fact that FAA is responsible for blocking the, it's actually sends out notice and do all of the things where it is required to, like, no other planes are, like, in the area. Now be mindful, these have kilometers of buffer zone, but you should not miss your system. And they failed to communicate. FAA did not get any notice that, hey dude, we are drifting because of this or that. So FAA grounded the whole fleet, and they did a thorough investigation. Why the hell that happened? How the heck that happened? Now, Virgin Galactic said that that happened due to high altitude winds. Now, this is a normal thing. It does happen, but you have to communicate. You can't just like, oops, something happened, we just don't care about, we just land and smile for camera, like something happened. You have to communicate to that. So, and the claim was that no matter what, pilot and the people in there were safe. There was no point where this puppy was in danger. Yes, it moved out of a designated corridor, but sometimes Mother Nature has some feelings for you, so you may get pushed. So you have to understand that. and FAA grounded the whole system for a few months, and return to flight was issued in September 2021, and there were like, some additional steps have to be taken, some improvements in the design, not as in like aerodynamic design, as in like flight controllers and computer procedures, and they have to communicate much more better with FAA. It's like, dude, if you are deviating, you have to tell us now you are deviating. So during this phase happened, again, it's a normal thing, but again, you should have communicated much better. So this was just a minor dent in their stock price, but after FAA cleared them, its stock price went up again. But let's look at the recent scenario. Recent scenario, they started from $10 per stock. You can see that, like, it's almost flat because nothing was happening. So people who bought it is just like forgot about it. It's like, yeah, nothing is happening, nothing. And then people started to lose interest. That is like after pandemic, people started to panic selling. So dip happened, and then people like, it started to recover a little bit up, and then it went really up. And then after launch, they actually started to go up really up. So that up point went upwards of $55 per stock. That's good, GG. But that was 1.5 years ago. Nothing happened after that. And people were expecting us, like, once you actually show the world that, hey, I have launched it, where's the second flight? Where's the third flight? Where's my ticket? You have showed 600 tickets. So I'm pretty sure those people were like, dude, me, I booked from 2012. Where is my ticket? So that created a scenario where it started to drop, and that drop right now is at $6 when I'm making this video. And that actually is dangerous given the fact that you dropped below your starting point. That's like, whoa, bro. At that point, it's like, whoa. And this gentleman, a very big investor, he invested around $200+ million into Virgin Galactic, and he was very bullish about it. Like, your Virgin Galactic is the next big thing in space tourism. And again, by all metrics, it actually has some serious potential here. But he pulled out $200 million plus stock out of it. It has yeet out of it there. Now that created a chain reaction. That's why it went so deep. The moment someone like this pulls out of their money, it's like, again, he said like he needed money for some other things, and the company is good and all that. But again, your action speaks louder than your word, and your action is like, I'm eating all my money out. So people started to, like, flee, and that created a chain reaction. That's why the dip is not recovering. And on top of that, the delay they are announcing, and then it became even more delay, and then it became even more delay. At this point in time, their current delay is second quarter of 2023. They should have second flight. Let that sink in. They launched 1.5 years ago now at this point in time. So you are talking almost 2 year kind of gap between launches. That's not acceptable. That's flat out not acceptable, because people were expecting, it's like, dude, you have been delayed for a decade. It's like, get your things together now. So not to mention, this created a very weak showing. And the fact this is a latest report, just a few months ago, it was like, last of 2022. Now it has moved to 2020. That removes confidence. That's like, nope. So they are dealing with some serious bad reputation, some seriously bad loss of faith, and confidence of investors are going down, and drastic level going down. Not just like, oh, a little bit of down, nah, dangerously down. So what we can achieve in the future? Well, this is one thing that changed. Blue Origin actually started to work, and Blue Origin had a very simple goal. It's like, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do this. So they launched it, and then they launched it again, and they launched it again. At this point in time, their sixth crewed flight actually happened. And if you do not know about this, that's the whole point. Is think of it this way, like, the first cruise was like a big deal. Newspaper were fighting. The first space flight was a big deal, but now it's a normal thing. It's sixth time. Like, these people are on the sixth batch. Let that sink in. They are at that point where it's like, yeah, we have sixth batch, 7, 8, and 9th batch are like already in the construction. That happened on 4th August. So this month itself. I think you will see the video next month, but you get that point. Like, this became a normal thing from Blue Origin's point of view. And the people who can afford this can almost afford this. Now you're like, okay, the price gap is almost 10x. Yes, deal. If you are dealing with this sort of money, you can actually push for this. So financial situation is flat out not strong. And the primary reason for that is like, this plane is starting to fall apart. Now, like, wait a minute, they only did it once. Yes, one crewed flight, but they were doing multiple test flights, and that's 15 years old. It's literally starting to fall apart. They're like, dude, we have to refurbish this puppy a lot. So they have placed order for 2 new craft with a different company. I've linked the video down below, and that's supposed to create far more robust, far more reliable, far more easily serviceable, upgradable, and, like, basically more efficient model, which from a logistics point of view, not in terms of like aerodynamics and all that, that's sorted. It's just like, how can we make this far more serviceable? Because again, be mindful, they have to launch multiple times a year or multiple times a month. Ideally, their estimate is they should be able to successfully do around 24 missions a year. If they can do that, only then they will be able to what we call break even. At that point in time, they will have $1 billion of revenue. But if they do not reach there, People who have this sort of money, they also have this sort of money, and this is actually working in here in real life, and like they're working tick 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 tick. And if Jeff Bezos starts to build 2 or 3 more rockets, done, like he will be so fast, like start to take so many people away there. Because be mindful, while there are a lot millions of millionaires, they're not that many that you're gonna, okay, this person took a lot of your revenue, you will still have revenue. That's not that big. So they have to be in a scenario where they are redesigning basically they themselves are claiming they're making Starship 3, and this 3 would be far more streamlined. So because again, this is not a liquid fuel system, it's hybrid rocket, so they have to refurbish the whole back. They want to make it far more efficient, so you can actually be like, okay, it landed, okay, service everybody, service done, okay, launch. Or they will want to also make 2 of them, so they will have that that should give you some pause, that they are expecting around 1 month time in order to refurbish all of this. Same for the flight. So they are running out of time, and the only way they can break through this vicious cycle is that high cadence. They must achieve high cadence. They cannot be like, yeah, we did first launch like 2 years ago, where's your second launch? Yeah, that might happen in 2024. That's not good enough. So they really have to do this. Now, be mindful, it is a tough thing to do, especially when you are losing investor confidence, but not impossible. So at this point in time, if you are an optimistic person, bet on it, because it's like $6. You may be able to buy a few stocks and just forget about it. Just buy it and forget about it. Just like, think of this, you donated that money. Just buy it and forget about it. Yeah, this Richard Branson, take some money and go, like, have some good day with you. It's like, and if it works out, and let's say they actually, the company they are contracting to build that plane has a very good reputation, so that could also work. And not to mention, Boeing is also helping them to build their supersonic jet, like a Concorde Mark 2.0. So there's some serious hope there, but they have to crack the cadence problem. They cannot be like, yeah, 1 year later, 2 years later, one eternity later. They cannot do that. They're like, dude, done, tick 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 tick. They have to do this. So let's see what happens in the future, because be mindful, Blue Origin is moving ludicrously fast now. Now there are people are like, yeah, Blue Origin actually had a plan. They actually knew what they were doing. Again, slow, behind schedule, no denying that, but actually getting things done. So let's see what happens in the future. This was my presentation on what the hell happened to Blue Origin. Hopefully you have liked it, learned from it. In that case, please click the like button, share it amongst your friends. That will help me a lot. If you didn't like it, didn't enjoy it, I urge you to press dislike, press it twice to show me extra disappointment. Please leave a comment, because I do try to reply to all of them. Subscribe, press the bell icon if you're free, and as always, thanks for watching.